Welcome to a lesson with Dr. Powell. Let's practice this idea of elimination using a matrix of numbers. So this represents a system of equations. Let's get started. Our goal is to first get the first column looking like 1, 0, 0. We get the 1 in the position. The next thing would be to get, 1, 0, 0. The next thing would be to get the second column looking like this and the third column looking like that. So we got to get the 1 into position for starters. How do we do that? Well, let's see. Well, one way we could do it, we could say 4 minus 3, 7 minus 6, 7 minus 6, 0 minus 0, and then just let the result replace the top row. So let's go for that. We would have a 1, 1, 1, 0. Okay, so we just got the 1 into position. Now we got to use that 1 to play against the things that are vertically from it. Let's multiply this top row by something to get rid of that 2. See, negative 2. So a whole thing by negative 2, negative 2, negative 2. And then times negative 2 is 0. So then we add. So we're going to get negative 2 and 2 is 0. Negative 2 and 5 is 3, negative 2 and 3 is 1, 0 and 6 is just 6. Then we have, and the top row just stays the same. Okay, now let's multiply this top row by something to make that guy a 0. Let's see, negative 3, right? So negative 3 times the whole top row, negative 3 times 1, negative 3 times 1 is negative 3, times 1 again is negative 3, times 0 is 0. Then we just add. Notice we get the 0 as desired right there. 0, we get 3, we get 3, we get 0. All right. Next. So we're done with the first goal, which is to get that first column looking like this. Now we move to the second column. Let's let it look like 0, 1, 0. First, we got to get the 1 into position. So how do we get the 1 into position? Well, let's think for a minute. There's a couple different ways we can do this maybe, but maybe what we could do is we could divide this bottom row right here by 1 and then switch it to be the middle row. So 1, 1, 1, 0. So think about dividing this whole guy by 3 and then swapping. So that would look like 0, 1, 1, 0. So I basically just took this row divided by 3 and put it right here. So I swap these. You can swap orders. 0, 3, 1, 6. Okay, good. In the second column, I have the 1 in position. Now I can use that to play up and down to make these vertically zeros. Let's multiply this middle guy by something so we can add it to the top to make a 0. That would be negative 1. So we multiply this whole row by negative 1. So 0 times negative 1 is 0. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Times negative 1 is negative 1. 0, 0. And we just add it to the top. The top will look like 1, 0. So negative 1 plus 1, negative 1 plus 1, 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. Okay. And then the middle guy, let's see, the middle guy would just be what it is because that's the row that's adding to things to make other things 0. So it stays the same right now because it's a 1. Then, okay, we need to multiply it by something to get rid of that 3, maybe negative 3, right? Because negative 3 plus 3 will be 0. So multiply 0 by negative 3, 1 by negative 3, 0 by negative 3, 0, and then add. So that 0, that's 0, that's negative 2, that's 6. Okay. So, wow. So now we have, we're done with the second goal is to get this looking like this. So it's great. Now we're just down to the last goal. We first got to get a 1 in position. We can do that by dividing this bottom row by negative 2. And we'd be left with, see, a 0, 0, 1. We've divided by negative 2. So we left with -3. Then we have a 0, 1, 1, 0, and a 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Now, since we have one position, we just got to make the things vertically from it zeros. This is already 0, so we just got to worry about this one. Make that a 0. So to do that, we need to multiply this bottom row by a -1. So multiply a -1, 0, by -1, 0, by -1, -1, by -1. It'll be a 3. Then we just add it to that middle guy up there. Left with 1, 0, 0, 0. We have a 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. -1 plus 1 is 0. 3 plus 0 is 3. And we have a 0, 0, 1, -3. Ooh, now we have our solution is x equals 0, y equals 3, and z equals -3. So that would be as an ordered triple, 0, 3, and -3. And there's our solution. Thanks for watching.